What's happening, fam? I want to shout out to everybody here. I'm making a video showing y'all how to change out a tire. I got my Honda Civic here. We got the spare tire on. The tire was ran flat. 6-year-old tire, so it's not too bad. That is about the lifespan on tires. It's about 6 years. They start getting dry rot and whatever, so there are some really good advantages to getting a quality tire like a Continental. Or going to loosen the lug nuts right here. For example, if you're interested in working on cars yourself, you save some money instead of paying someone else to do it, and you get yourself some quality tools. So this is a brand I went with. Great brand in the trade and industry. A lot of good people can put you in touch with the distributors and get some tools. This is a 3/8 impact wrench by Snap-on for freight impacts on here now. This is a silver impact. You really shouldn't use this with impact. You use the black so it doesn't shatter or break. I like to live dangerously, spice things up a little bit. Before you even jack up the car, you're going to want to set it to the off position and set it on there. And then loosen all the lug nuts. Not all the way off. Do not get them all the way off. Make sure that they're still on there. Now, since they are loose, you can tell the weight transfer when they became all the way loose. So here's your floor jack lifting spot. So you can see the pressed metal stamp right there, my finger. That is the proper lifting spot for this vehicle. So I'm going to put my floor jack under that. Because the floor jack can move as there are wheels on it. I'm going to lift this up. Another thing I advise to do or like to do, especially with those that are new to working on vehicles or doing their own thing, love it, support it. I'll get you, for smaller cars, they'll still work. I'm going to set another support right here. Notice it's not even touching anything. That's just there just in case if I'm underneath that and this decides to move for whatever reason, somebody touches it. It's not going to send the car falling down on top of somebody. So now we got it all the way lifted, suspended. I will, with my fingers, just loosen these off. You can easily do that with the gun. Like I said, if you were to lift this up and then try to break those off, if you're doing it by hand, sometimes you can get away with it with the tool. The wheel will move when you try to take off the lug nuts because the force of you turning it will turn the wheel. So, get all these lug nuts off. Spare tire. I get the real one here. Line up the holes. Now this can be easy or hard. It just depends on how much you think about it. Hold it has a lot to do with it too. Now it's on. Now one of the things that I like to do is thread on the lug nuts by hand at first. So that way you don't cross thread them. And what cross threading is, if you don't put the nuts on the spline, I would say not the spline, but like the bolt and the nut together, the threads, if they're not threaded on there right, you'll cross thread them. Now actually cut the threads so that the next time you go to take the wheel off, all the threads will shear off with the lug nut and you'll need to replace the lug stud. So I'm going to set this to the reverse position. It's on there. Just a little. Then I'm going to alternating, so one both sides, then these sides. And the same thing as if you're doing 5, you do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Cross pattern. Now the right thing to do here is you get a torque wrench. Make sure your lug nuts are torqued to specifications. So that means that they're torqued to where they will not naturally work their way out and loosen, but also not so tight as that it'll be impossible to take off or damage the threads. So I just like to go over it. And then when you notice it's not going so just a little is nice and secured. We knew this from torquing it, and we're going to lower it back down by twisting the handle. So there you have it, guys. So there you have it, guys, changing out a tire. It's a little bit more complicated if you actually have to replace the tire and mount and balance the wheel itself. I prefer for shops that do that, but if I was in a pinch, you know, I'd be out here with the tire. What's up, guys? I appreciate y'all watching my video on how to change out your car tire. I had a lot of fun making it. I do stuff like this all the time, never thought of recording it, but you figured, you know, it might help somebody else out there. So I'm gonna keep sharing what I do. And